Multimodal content. It's something that I've been wondering about, especially for the last 6 months of AI innovation. Now, I've been mainly in Los Angeles, seeing kind of how Hollywood is reacting to AI and how it's going to disrupt film, in particular, short films. And we've been seeing, what Kanye West, Snoop Dogg, Busta Rhymes have been doing with music videos. So we're already starting to see, a diversification a little bit of what AI creators are doing to create new media. But I think multimodal content is what the future is going to look like. If today I can essentially turn my voice into any language, I can turn my face into any character and turn my background into any landscape. And then I can take that transcript from that audio and that video and tell an AI to turn that into a comic book, right? With all the dialogue right there and a completely new art style. And then I can take that comic book and I can say, hey, turn it into a comic strip for a Sunday newspaper. And then I can take that Sunday newspaper strip and turn it into a short story. Take that short story, turn it into a novel. Take that novel, turn it into a feature film. Turn that feature film, turn that into a comic book. Rinse and repeat. Turn it into a game. Turn it into a web game. Turn it into a mobile game. Turn it into a AAA game. Turn that AAA game into a sticker, a chat sticker. All of these things, I think, and then turn all of those things into a metaverse or an AI experience or a virtual reality experience. I think all of that is within a few years away, right? And so what does that look like? Where it took Pokemon, one of my favorite franchises, media franchises, it took Pokemon years and years, maybe even decades, to go from a card game to a video game to a TV show to feature films to merchandise to stickers to backpacks to all of those things. It took it years, decades to establish that, right? And to be fair, it still might take that long for an IP to go from zero to hero. But being able to remix any given type of IP into any other type of IP, comic book to feature film to video game, etc., that process is going to be exponentially easier to do. It might cost a lot, but not relative to what Pokemon had to do to get there. So that is fascinating to me. What is multimodal content or multimedia, all of that? What does that look? What would Marshall McLuhan think of that? The czar or the innovator of thinking about media. Might have to do a video about that. But what does that look like if I can remix my IP into any potential setting and to meet my audience wherever they are? Honestly, I don't know. I'm very curious. I'm very curious how different creators will approach that. Different big IP will approach that where, hey, they can remix. You can take Avatar and remix Avatar a billion times. And now you have an interactive experience with all of your different, audience members and users, etc. Like, I think that's all within reach. And therefore, does that mean that we're creating new types of studios which are able to do that, able to do all those remixes and meet their audience wherever they are, as well as new types of creators which can individually do all those things and release to their audiences where, hey, I might be a visual artist, but I can enable a bunch of other types of art and creative and merchandise to be created from my art in a way that's just not possible today. I don't know. It's really fascinating to me. I'm very curious what people are thinking. That's really all I had to. It's really just a big question. So I'm curious what people have thoughts on that. I think it's really exciting. It's also kind of scary, of course, but all this stuff is both exciting and scary. So let me know what you think. Talk to you next time.